Hello and welcome to Monday. It's like 6:45 in the morning. I was up about an hour ago and got yesterday's vlog edited and everything. It's rendering right now, but figured I'd go for a morning run, and as you can tell, I'm kind of out of breath. First one in a long time, and the cold air is definitely doing a number on my lungs, so I'm gonna call this one a bit short today, but enjoying the run for now, and yeah, catch you guys at home. Okay, after a long day, which I managed to stay awake for, it's evening now, and while we didn't really do much else during this day, I'm pretty sure we didn't do anything too major. We did end up doing one thing, and that was finishing season 4 of What We Do in the Shadows. So this is going to be a spoiler-heavy review of season 4 of What We Do in the Shadows. So, if you're not interested in the show at all, if you're interested in the show and you haven't seen season 4 yet, it's been out for like, three weeks now, go watch it. it's a great show. If you're on the fence about watching What We Do in the Shadows, watch the movie, watch all 4 seasons, and then come back and watch this. But I talked about this briefly in a video last week or maybe 2 weeks ago. I'll leave a link here, I think. And I said that What We Do in the Shadows is like a masterclass of comedy. It's it takes a lot for a show to make me like audibly laugh, and this show manages to do it every episode. It's got me pausing every couple of minutes, just like to myself, to appreciate like what I just experienced. In like one of the final episodes, Na just sings about how like she wants to replace so major spoilers from here on out. She wants to replace Collin as the performer, and she goes on stage and sings like, "My brother was stolen by like a bird or something. Like all of my brothers are stolen by like a bird." I'm like, what is happening? Like, incredible. But and the joke repeats itself for some reason, and it's great. Like it's such a wild show. And comedy is done right. It's like very, very certain amount of like, there's no better word for this. Like there probably is, but I can't think of it. It's like cringiness. Like it makes you go like, "Ooh, I hate this, I hate this, I hate this," but it's great. So I'm gonna go through every episode. I actually have the Wikipedia article open on my phone just to like remind me of what happened. Like, oh yeah, it's just they come back to the house, like Nadja and Nandor and Guillermo all come back to the house, and see it's in disarray, and we see that Laszlo's been taking care of whatever Colin Robinson is, and it's just family getting back together after a year. So we're keeping up with the times, having a great good old laugh and seeing what our troupe of characters are up to. Second episode, we see that Nandor is going through all of his collections. He finds a djinn, wastes all of his wishes, and we see whatever happens there. And for whatever reason, Nadja wants to use her vampiric council knowledge to form a nightclub, and I think episode 3 is the Wraiths. It's like, oh no, it's later. Colin has his own YouTube channel, Guillermo, and I said that the other day I would not be spending so much time looking at my phone, and then here we are. Either way, it's episode 3 isn't too bad, but Collin starts performing at the nightclub because apparently vampires like child performers.
Episode 4 is the night market, where they just go to well, night market where just every creature of the night just sells stuff, and uh, you're able to see what's going on, and like uh, what there is to buy. Guillermo and Nandor have a great fight. Nadja finds some thing for the wraiths. I think it's like some kind of special water or whatever. Water Lily of the Nile. Gives it to the union leader of the wraiths, who were like just wanted better working conditions. The union leader is like, okay, this is what we're gonna do. Wraiths immediately kill him, elect the new leader, and Nadja caves into their demands. It's great. Um, Episode 5. Oh boy, this is when they try to get Collin into private school by hypnotizing the hell out of the headmaster, and they hypnotize him so much that he dies of a like hemorrhage or aneurysm or something. It's wild, but you know, it's it's just so well done. Like, everything about the show is done incredibly well. Like, comedic timing is great. The camera work is amazing, which we'll get to in episode 7, 8. Episode 6, Nandor and Maru's wedding. Nandor uses up all his wishes for a dodo bird and have the perfect wedding, and we actually get to see what's his name, the head vampire, head vampire of Europe, the Baron. We get to see him come back in his full glory, and it's a nice episode, but we can see that Nandor is unhappy because he wished for his wife to like everything he liked, and the marriage is like a sham now. Episode 7, Nandor, Collin, Laszlo, and the neighbor go up to go down to Jersey. Ew, Jersey. Don't even want to talk about Jersey. Jersey is okay. It's just, as a New Yorker, it's gotta hate Jersey. They go kill the Jersey Devil, and Nadja's at home having a girls' night with Marua, the guide, and her doll, having a good time watching Grease. I think it's Grease, and no, not Grease. It's Mamma Mia, and Guillermo invites his family, just to hang out because he's been skimming some off the top from the nightclub, getting rich, and from there he's what is he doing? He is lies saying not just his girlfriend, and then everybody in his family has Van Helsing blood, so they're all like compelled to kill the vampire. It's hilarious. Guillermo actually comes out as gay, and we actually get to see his boyfriend in episode 9, I believe, that he's been talking to, and like we've been hinting at during the season. So yeah, that happens. Episode 8. Go flip yourself. They've been hinting that Laszlo has fallen in love with this Property Brothers style show from HDTV, and it's so good. As somebody, like, HDTV is prime hotel watching show. You can just sit in a hotel, like, watch HDTV and be like happy with it. It's just like prime background fodder. And seeing Laszlo just like get super invested in the show, having them come to the house, build basically a single room, have have the entire show be a sham. It's incredible, and I love it so much. It was so good. It's like, it actually felt like a show that could have been on HGTV, just really wacky, and just having it to be a callback to like previous vampires and the witch's hat, the witch skin hat. It was prime stuff. Episode 9 is when we see Freddy, Guillermo's boyfriend, who flew in from Europe. I believe he's English, and yeah, Nandor, being the selfish man he is, wishes that Marua was Freddy. Then there's two Freddys, and then Guillermo gets upset that he can't have anything for himself in this house, and he wishes. And then they go their separate ways. Eventually, the Freddys find each other and fall in love with themselves. Which I asked my friend if that was narcissism or not. We can't tell. It's a weird form of it. Either way, good stuff. B plot is Collin and Laszlo refusing to perform at the club, and as a result, Collin and Laszlo go on the road to perform at other venues, but Collin has a growth spurt because, of course, he does. And then, from there, he basically just becomes more like he was in season 3, just more adultish. And then in the season finale, Collin has become a full-grown adult. He finds his old archives of what he's like, everything he's written down over his past 100 years, just stored in a room. It's just like, yes, this is everything I've done. Very detailed, like a very detailed log of everything he's ever done. All of his clothes, all of his suits, everything just in a room. So baby Collin adult Collin reads that now, and he's back to his normal self. Forgets literally everything. He remembers him dying at the end of season 3. Does not remember anything from the season, which is so heartbreaking for Laszlo. And just like as the audience as well, it's just like, oh my gosh, he raised this child and remembers none of it. And it's it's a season reset. Like, they're just basically going back to how it was at the start of season 3 or 4, but with the plot twist at the end. And the club is destroyed. It's burned down. Nadja was also skimming, since Guillermo was skimming off the top, Nadja was skimming off the middle, and there was nothing left. So the room burns down, and because of that, Nadja has a breakdown. She sends the guide off to do something. The Wraiths go on vacation to Universal Studios in Orlando, Florida. Shout out. And they just reset the season. But midway through the season, Guillermo goes to a convenience store and finds out that one of his vampire hunter friends in the earlier seasons is actually a vampire now, is working at a convenience store. And Guillermo pulls up with a big thing of cash, and it's like a huge bag of cash. He's like, puts it on the table, it's like, make me a vampire. And that's the end of season 4. And it's such a wild ride. They just basically reset the entire season. And then from there, they're with one plot twist. Like, they're restoring the house because Collin's, has that ability. Just has money in the bank that he's using. And the pin was like 420, 69, 24/7, and I'm like, really, Collin? Nice, but like, really? So stupid. Oh my gosh. I need to watch episode 1 to see if that pin was actually right. But yeah, got from all that, they basically are like, hey, everything's the same. Guillermo's just going to become a vampire. Now, I was talking with a friend. This is all speculation, but we think something that might happen is that they might actually turn Guillermo in season 5, and the show's already been renewed for season 5 and 6. They might actually make Guillermo a vampire, but Nandor has 2 wishes left. He might use his wish to become human, and then I'm thinking that with his final wish, he might wish for him to be a vampire again, and for Guillermo to, or have Guillermo turn Nandor and have Guillermo turn human again, something like that. We don't know, but like, that's what we're thinking might happen. Uh, it'll be interesting, and we're excited to see what happens. But yeah, the show's already been renewed for 2 more seasons, and I can't wait for those. I really wish I got into the show a bit later than I did, like in a couple of years, because I'm great at binge watching shows, and I might just go rewatch the show again because it's a really good show, and I just urge you to watch it if you haven't, and if you've seen it up until this point, why go watch it? It's hilarious. You're gonna enjoy it. A lot of blood, violence, and gore, and just everything you want out of adult content. A lot of heavy language, a lot of sexual content. Good stuff if you're into that kind of thing. Even if you're not, at least watch the movie. You'll enjoy it. For now, however, I've rambled on long enough. I'm still not great at reviewing TV shows, but I'm getting there. I'll learn and pick up my craft in a couple of shows, and I'll start reviewing them. For now, that's what I'm going to call it for today. So, thank you all for watching. I hope to see you tomorrow, where it's going to be very exciting. And until then, later.